Free agency with Toronto. Okay, this is going to be good. Reeves, Simmons 2.0. He can fight. Isn't that fun? Blue collar workers, fanboys will like him, buy shirts, sell merchandise, keep you interested in the team for another year. I ain't going to make a lick of difference. Simmons didn't make a lick of difference. Clifford stood on the ice and got penalties for nothing. No. Klingberg. Can't say I know tons about him, but what is clear is he scores, he shoots, he can't defend very much. So he is, in my eyes, a Gardner, Gustafsson, Sandin 2.0. Now, this drives me nuts because we got Gustafsson in the Sandin trade. Why not sign him? Like, if he's an asset we got back. Uh, he's no better or worse, really, than Sandin or Klingberg. I mean, Klingberg had a good season in 2018, but where does that get us? You know what I mean? It's not 2018, is it? Klingberg has been signed for 4.15 for 1 year. Do you know how much money Sandin is making? That's right, 1.4. And do you think there will be a $3 million difference between Sandin and Klingberg this year? I don't think so. So I think this is stupid strategy, absolutely idiotic to get rid of Sandin. 23 years old, cheap, plays the power play, and coming into his own as a player. You know, is he perfect? No, but neither was Gardner, Gustafsson, Klingberg, or neither is Riley at 7.5 million with a no-move trade clause. So what are we doing? You know, what a waste. We really should have traded Riley away, kept Sandin, put him on the top power play, let him grow into the role a bit. It's cheap, especially as a team up against the cap. We needed that space. No, we're spending 7.5. Yeah, Riley did well in the playoffs, which is good. Why? Is it because Schenn was on his right? They seem to go very, very well together. So I think Schenn at 2.75 would make sense if he gets the best out of Riley and can protect Riley and can play defense. I would take Schenn at 2.75 over Klingberg at 4.15. You're going to see Klingberg do well in the regular season. What's he going to do in the playoffs? You're going to have two defenders on the power play, one on the first power play, one on the second. Bit of offense there. I don't know, but the top line gets most of the time anyway. So I don't like the fact that we have two defenders who aren't really defenders. It does not bode well for the playoffs. We need guys who can chip in 5 to 10 goals a year, chip in the playoffs, and hold the fort, particularly when we do not have the best goaltending in the world. Anyway, so who left? Schenn and Ryan O'Reilly went to Nashville. Acciari to the Penguins. Good pickup by Dubas. Smart. Bunting to Carolina. Carolina are going to do well. They're poised to make that final push. Carolina have also re-signed Frederik Andersen, by the way. 4 million, 5 million, I don't know, somewhere in there. Clearly, they think he's good enough to take them to the Stanley Cup Finals. And they took them to the conference finals. Florida trounced them, but played well. So Hall goes to Detroit. What is that about? What is that about? Now, what's important here is that we lost Hall on the right-hand side. That's why they paid him the money, I think, right-handed defender. We gave up the chance at Schneider and Goulet in the draft a few years ago. And we drafted a right winger, a small right winger. Why? You know? When we have Giordano on the third pairing, who we leaned on in the regular season last year, and we don't have Sandin anymore. Gio's going to be tired by the playoffs again. He's 1 year older, played way too much last year. We've got Klingberg, we've got Riley. That's not looking like a solid cup-winning defense. I'm sorry. Now, Edmonton picked up Connor Brown. Smart move. Love this player. Can chip in with 10 to 15 goals, as I was saying about Kerfoot, and he can kill the penalty. Kill penalties. Something of Ryan O'Reilly that I find interesting, and I said at the time, is that we're giving up the future, a first-round pick that we could have had in either this or next year's draft. I'm not sure which one was which. A player that is likely going to be an NHL player and potentially a very good one, we've now given up and we don't have on our team. And Ryan O'Reilly's gone. Look at Horvat. First thing Lou did, he knew he could sign him. He knew he wanted to sign. Got him on an 8-year deal. We signed Matt Murray. Broken Matt Murray, bless him. Oh, he won 2 cups. One is past tense. And we signed him for 4.5, and we can't get rid of him, and he's not much good to us. He wasn't there in the playoffs. He's a great goalie when he's healthy, but he's not. So what did New York do? They just signed Sorokin to an 8-year deal. I wouldn't be surprised to see New York do as well or better than us this year. Got beaten by Carolina in the playoffs, which there's no shame in that. So it's concerning what this team does and is doing. It's concerning. I can see us again doing fairly well in the regular season and dropping out in the first round because that's how this team is built. And Ryan Reaves ain't going to change that. Sorry to say.